What does your favorite Final Fantasy say about you? And if you get easily offended, this video is not for you. This isn't going to be pretty. So the Final Fantasy VIII fans were the most vocal last time, so let's get to know them and let me know what your favorite Final Fantasy is in the comments. Oh, so Final Fantasy VIII was your favorite, huh? Let me guess, you were that kid in school who definitely thought he was the main character. And when it was time to interact with other humans, you would say, oh, sorry, I'm a little too busy. But in reality, you were just going home to look at DeviantArt. You think emotionally unavailable is a personal trait, and you probably broke up with someone because they weren't tragic enough. Whoa, sorry, I guess I'm getting a little too personal there. Okay, well, how about we pull it back and you try to tell me how the gunblade makes sense? But look, if you don't like Final Fantasy VIII, it's hard to admit you don't have the brain power to understand how the junction system works. Now, if you're feeling a little offended, I am too, because I love Final Fantasy VIII. It's got great story, great characters, a great minigame, and it's a good pick. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you standing there. You're a Final Fantasy XII fan. Oh, well, la-di f***ing dar, I didn't realize we had royalty in the room. How does it feel to be the fan of a video game that people only remember it by this one line 19 years later?
I'm Captain Bosch von Rotzenberg of Dalmasca.
Now, if you do like Final Fantasy XII, you say it's because of the combat system, but deep down, you're really just trying to convince people that you understood the plot without actually watching a 3-hour explainer video. This is just Star Wars in Final Fantasy cosplay. The Empire? Check. Princess in Exile? Check. Rogue pilot with a sexy co-pilot you want to sleep with? Double check. But I'll give it to you, you've got great taste in world building. You like a slow burn, a moral grey cast, big lore that you can sink your teeth into, and you probably love spreadsheets. You read item descriptions, and you're not here for the romance. You're here to manage items and build the most perfect gambit system. You're a little pretentious, you're a little smug, but honestly, you're probably the smartest person in the room, so never be ashamed to love this amazing game. Whoa, wait a minute, where are you Final Fantasy XIV fans going? You thought I was going to let you off the hook so easily? Ah yes, it's the critically acclaimed MMORPG with a free trial that includes a Realm Reborn and the award-winning Heavensward expansion, and you can play up to level 60 with no restrictions of playtime. You've said that sentence out loud 5 times this week and you know it. And if someone says, I've tried it but I didn't get into it, you want to physically attack them, but you know you can't because you're weak from the grind. But then you snap at them and say, did you get to Shadowbringers though? Like it's some personal test. You don't just play Final Fantasy XIV, you are Final Fantasy XIV. You've downloaded the mods, you took the glamour screenshots for hours. I'm sure your Twitter profile is your Final Fantasy character. You've queued for 45 minutes to do dungeons and raids with complete strangers, and you think after it they're your best friend. And you've done every fetch quest because you believe it would be worth it in the end. And honestly, you're right. The story slaps, the gameplay is amazing, it has one of the best communities out there on the internet. You've found something that means more to you than just a video game. Maybe it does take a while to get going, yeah it is a little bit of a time sink, but in return, you get an amazing experience. Now if you're new here, just know that we all love Final Fantasy, except for Final Fantasy II.